Alright, how's it going tonight, guys? I've been getting a little bit of work done. I figured out that bromine crap that I was having issues with. It's right here. It's bromargarite, which will make bromine, and it is silver and bromine for 2 of these at 32 EU, and it comes from silver is where I got it from. Let's see, this here, I got that off of electrolyzing silver of some kind. There we go, purified silver. So that's where I got that. I knew it was here somewhere. Anyways, I got this all hooked up. I put 2 of these in because running ethanol, they put out 16 EU a tick, which is only half of what I needed. So I have one on either side here powering the battery box here for the magnetic separator. This one doesn't get used very often, so just one is plenty for it. And I've gotten all of this out of my sluice sand. I had this chest down here was almost full of sluice sand, and I've ran it all. I'm actually making more now. So I've gotten a lot of iron out of it. I've also ran a few other things through, like magnetite, so I could get some refined gold, ilmenite, which gives me refined titanium and zirconium. This is spiralite, which I'm not even sure where I got that at the moment. Refined copper, which gave me cobalt and nickel. Iron, which gave me tin. And then I also have this, which is the bauxite that I had and the chalcopyrite that I had, which has given me a butt ton of cobalt, a butt ton of pyrite, hematite, ilmenite. So I got all of this that needs to be processed. Now, the one thing about it is if you look at the contains there, it says contains 1.222. Now, if you look at it over here, the only thing that it shows that you can do with it is to shred it and get the dust. Well, I need to talk to Greg tomorrow and see if, after you go through all of this work to do this, if you can actually get a dust and the 2 tiny piles, or give you what would it be, 11 tiny piles of bauxite or whatever, because it kind of sucks to have to lose those 2 for things like bauxite and chalcopyrite that you actually want to run through an electrolyzer or magnetic separator, whatever the hell it is you want to run it through. Which for the chalcopyrite, I think it's in the roaster. Yeah, it's in the roaster. I do know that somebody, I'm having, I think it was Invisible Dude, was talking about the mixing recipe for making sulfuric acid not being right. And as far as I know, as of Thursday, that will be changed. I kind of overheard a little bit of what the change is going to be, but it's going to be more difficult now. So good luck with that. I was planning on making a bunch of tanks to hold all this stuff, but I figured I'd hold off until I found out what the new recipe was going to be for that, since this setup is going to have to change to accommodate that. But I've made me chests over here. This is what needs to be run through the sulfuric bath, which where is, oh, there it is. That is my chromium. Aqua Regia stuff, which is nickel, and Sparolite, which gives you the platinum group stuff when you run it through the Aqua Regia. It's this right here. And then that stuff you run through a centrifuge and you get ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, osmium, iridium, and platinum. Very low chance of it, but it's a good way of getting iridium, and especially it's one of the only ways to get osmium. So at a 7.2% chance, I'll gladly go through the stuff to make the platinum group sludge to try to get it. Otherwise, you're going to have to use UU matter when that stuff gets put in here. Purified rare earth can actually be centrifuged just as it is, which is another option for the things I was talking about earlier. And that gives you neodymium, yttrium, lantanium, cerium, cadmium, and cesium. So that's sitting here waiting on this machine to get hooked up as soon as I can make a power box for this. And that is actually what we are doing today, is getting that powered, or getting the machine made to power it actually. So let me bring my butt up here, and if you look in here, this is what I've been working on today, is getting a canning machine done. And then now that I got the canning machine done, I need to do what else I've been doing all day today, which is just making ass tons of battery boxes to put out everywhere. And I need to get some more tin cables made. There might actually be some down there, because I'm going to need a battery box to put power into this thing. So do we have, no, we don't. Alright, so we'll throw them in there, let them run. I'm running some Grossar through here. I actually goofed and was planning on doing something else. It's just giving me a bunch of calcium, which I don't need right now. But the gems, if anybody needs, decent pickaxes, I can make them decent pickaxes out of this stuff. And then the actual dust I can later on electrolyze to get aluminum and silicon, more freaking calcium that I don't freaking need. But I had it, so I figured, what the hell, I'll run it through. And I also, in the live stream, oh crap, I'll stop touching everything. In the live stream I did this morning, I went over and grabbed this box of bauxite that I had from mining earlier, and so I'm getting it ran through. That's going to be the next thing that I wash. And I've been making ethanol about all day today, and also got me a couple bules made so I can get some more circuits made, because I've just been making circuits like it's my job, because, well, in Gregtech it kind of is. And I do believe that very soon I'm going to make the precision laser engraver, because making the wire parts the way I am is kind of a pain in the butt. Alright, so I'll stick these in here. Stick these in here. We'll get this made. And then while we're at it, we need to do... crap. I forgot to grab the wires while I was down there. Let's go on down here. I hate this stupid door. Alright, so this needs to be powered. Energy in the back. Alright. And this is kind of my tower I had before. And I'm going to have wires running down through here. Power is going to be coming in through the top there. I was kind of hoping to have it somewhere in this area, because this is going to be basically just for solid fueling things, but I'm not quite sure. I think for right now I'm going to start it over here, so we'll put it right there. And get my bag, grab me another battery. I'm gonna have to start making some more LV batteries because I'm running out. I'll have to move these things, and for right now I'll probably just grab this generator and throw it over there, and that'll give me the power for it. Did I make more rubber sheets? Yes, I did. And let's go back up here and get this done. Go ahead and make my first MV battery, which is what I needed that canning machine for. And then I can make me an MV battery box. Where the hell did my hammer go? Oh, it's in my inventory. So there we go. There's our MV battery hull. And if you look, it's going to take 8, I do believe. And I'm going to go ahead and make lithium batteries again. And I got lithium right here. So there's my battery, there's my lithium. So that'll be my first MV battery once I get power in this bad boy. And so then my next thing is making a battery box that is MV, which will be this one right here. I'm not going to make the great big one for right now. I actually need to make 2 of these at least for right now. And it's not real difficult, just galvanized steel, good circuits, copper wires, copper cables, and that is going to be so I can run this centrifuge, so I can get rid of all that pejojo lava over there, and so I can put some sluice juice through it, because sluice juice going through there will also, on top of all the crap I'm getting from the sand, I can get more chance of iron dust, copper, chromium, zinc, and tin. So I'm going to run it through here, and then I'm going to have a butt ton of water coming out, which I'm not real sure what I'm going to do about the water yet. I might actually void the water because I don't need it. I have an infinite water source up there. And I do believe I already made the galvanized steel machine hall. Let's see. There they are. I got 2 of them. And don't mind all them goofy pipes in there. Those are ones that I pulled out of the old place. I'm not going to use them here until I can get a good source of aluminum coming in that I can justify using them. But there's that. Then I just got to get the copper cables in here. I'll have to make 1, 2, 3, 4 more sets of copper wires. And somebody was asking me about the stacks on stack mod that lets me put them down like that. It's kind of messed up with Gregtech ingots and stuff. Some of them don't quite look right, but it does work with all of them that I know of, and most of them have the proper color. I think thorium's one of them that has a weird color. I'm actually taking a look at the mod. He's gone over to 110, and I'm taking a look at that in my 110.2 pack that I made that me and Junior are streaming some mornings when we're not on here. It uses a bit of the bit type of thing where you can place them in different spots in the block instead of it automatically determining where it's going to be placed. It looks really nice. I don't know how it's going to work with Gregtech when Gregtech gets to the more advanced, because as you may or may not know, the reason why there is kind of an issue with Greg's ingots is because he uses different filters for them. There's overlays, as if you look at this one, see how it's got that white there? That is actually a transparency overlay above the copper. And you see the thorium looks like iron, basically. But everything else looks, pretty good. There's pulsating iron, electric steel, there's ironwood, dark steel, chromium, brass, redstone alloy, manganese. Thorium's about the only one that really gives me an issue. You can also put gems on the ground, but they have the same similar issue. All of them are the wrong color. Like if I take a diamond, which don't do this around crazy because it drives her crazy, than she already is. So you can put diamonds on the ground and you can stack them up like that. You can do that with charcoal and coal as well, but if you do it with a Greg gem, they're always white. And I do believe the same issue is with putting them in item frames. And I'm guessing that it's looking at one of the transparencies for its color rather than the actual ingot coloring. But, with me not being a coder, I can't say for sure that's the problem, but that would be my best guess. Alright, so we got this battery box. We're going to turn that up the right direction. I'll put that there. I'm still not positive if this is where it's going to stay, but there it is. That's its setup, other than needing to put one of these right here and then the material, the fluid will get sucked in from that side. Where is my crowbar? This is a centrifuge I brought over from the old place, so I gotta move the automatic machine thing to the right side, and then if I go and move it over there somewhere where I'm thinking about moving it, it's gonna have to get moved again. But this is basically the setup I'm gonna have wherever I decide to put it after I get the battery made. I'm gonna have to make some way of powering this. I'm probably not gonna do an ethanol thing. I'm not quite positive yet. I'm going through ethanol like crazy over here. I want to get this big boy hooked up, but I do not like the idea of it putting out multiple amounts of power. So I'm going to get an MFE first. And I was looking at the compressor that I need to do here. And if we look at engine, this is what I ended up having to make last time. Let's see, 256 KU a tick. Tungsten, tungsten steel. That's what I ended up having to make, was one of those two right there, because it needs 256 KU a tick. And I do believe I powered that with a titanium burning box or chromium burning box. I'm not quite sure. But this time around, I really don't have to do that because I can create power to power either a MV at max power, which is 256, or an HV. Oh, wait a minute. That's how much it takes in. So yeah, an HV one at mid power will put out 256. So I can make this one, which is just triple stainless steel, some annealed copper, long magnetic steel rod, and that will just take in 512 EU. And I can create that. It may take me forever to do so without that, but I can create it with ethanol or heat generators or whatever, and then just make a HV battery box, which is gold cables, gold wires, advanced circuits, and oh, that's the transformer one I want. This one. So a stainless steel machine casing. And stainless steel is actually a lot easier to get than what the tungsten would be. So I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. Making the advanced circuits is not real difficult. It's just a gold wiring, and the advanced parts, which is gold wire, signalium wire, and crystallized tiny silicon plate. So that's what's going on. That's what I'm going to be working on. So that's how I'm going to power that bad boy. Then I can make an MV and then hook that bad boy up again. Hopefully this time a little safer than the last couple times I've done it. Hopefully I won't blow it up. Hopefully Greg will actually get us a pressure release valve for the steam. I've been bugging him about every week about it. There's two main pipes that I would love for him to add. That is a blowout pressure release valve. That if it gets over pressure in the pipe, it'll blow out and it'll just waste the steam. and it'll waste it until you reset it with, a wrench, a monkey wrench, whatever. Or you shut off the boilers, let them cool down so the pressure goes all the way down, and then it automatically would reset. Also, a valve would be an awesome thing. Early on, you tend to do this kind of thing a lot, where you're cutting off the things and you have to use your wrench to do it. Where if there was a valve pipe, you could just kind of, hit it with a wrench or a monkey wrench or your hand and turn the valve to open or close it. I think that would be a great addition as well. They're actual components that you typically would see in a Steam setup. So I would love to see them added to Gregtech. I think I have rambled quite enough for the evening. So I will let you guys go. I'm going to get back to doing some more work around here. Try to get this thing powered, make my battery, and start centrifuging all kinds of crap. And process a lot more ore. So have a good one, everybody.